being silly. Really like it? Cheers. Hey guys, welcome back to Christine's Natural Kitchen. That's actually Anya in Christine's Natural Kitchen today. Anya is here with me, and we are going to make you a delicious granola recipe. How about it? This recipe is brought to you by Basil Bandwagon Natural Market, where I shopped and got all these wonderful ingredients. If you're new to my channel, I'm a wellness chef, health coach, and a whole foods diet expert. Every week I release a new video all about healthy cooking. This recipe is very relevant these days because a lot of us have oats in our pantry. A lot of the kids are home from school now, and this can be a fun activity to do with your kids, right? Do you like cooking?
Yeah.
Anya loves to help bake and cook, and I'm sure you might have had that experience too, or if you haven't, it would be a fun thing to try with your kids now. This is a recipe out of my first cookbook, The Natural Vegan Kitchen. And I just want to remind you to subscribe to my channel for new videos every week, and be sure to turn on the bell for notifications when a new video comes out. So what we're going to be putting into this granola is 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/2 cup of flour. I'm using the Bob's Red Mill barley flour. We have 1/2 cup of brown rice syrup. This is a very mild sweetener. It's just fermented brown rice, so it's a low glycemic sweetener. If it's too mild for you, you can use maple syrup instead, or do, like half and half. This is a 1/2 cup, so you could do a 1/4 cup of brown rice syrup and a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. Then we're using some avocado oil. If this taste is too strong for you, it does have a kind of a unique flavor, so if you find it a little overpowering, you can use coconut oil instead, melted coconut oil. Just be sure to get the one that can tolerate high heat temperatures, because we are baking this. Then we have a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. We've got some walnuts. This is 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts, 4 cups of oats. I'm using the Morganics brand, but you can use any rolled oat. And then for dried fruit, we're using currants. These are one of my favorite dried fruits. I just love that they're so small. It's easy to get one in every bite. What do you think, Anya? You ready to start baking?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
All right, so we have our oats in the bowl. Now Anya's gonna go ahead and add the ingredients. Go ahead, sweetie. We're gonna add the oil. Yep. Yep, you can dump it in. Okay, now we're going to put in the next ingredient, which is the flour. Go ahead, sweetheart.
Yep,
you can dump it.
Oats.
Okay, yeah. Well, those are the walnuts. Yep, you can dump those in. Yep. Oh, okay, vanilla. That's the brown rice syrup. Looking good. This is a very forgiving recipe. You don't have to worry about mixing wet and dry separately. You can just kind of mix it all together. Okay, now we're gonna add the cinnamon. We're not gonna add the raisins right now, so that's the only ingredient we're setting aside. Otherwise they get too hard and dry when you bake them. We're just gonna mix them in after everything else bakes. Good stirring. I often say this, but when you get the kids involved and they are making the food themselves, they're going to be a lot more likely to try new foods. Now, if at a certain point it gets a little too sticky from the brown rice syrup, you can just switch to a fork. Can Mommy take a turn?
No.
All right, so the idea is just to kind of press the lumps out. And just kind of get all the ingredients incorporated. All right, we're almost ready for the cookie sheet. I know, you like it. You want to taste it again?
Yeah.
How about if we wait till it's all done? It's gonna taste even better when it's all baked. So now we're gonna spoon the granola onto a lined baking sheet. This is a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. And we're just gonna basically spread an even layer of the granola on here, and we're gonna bake it at 350 for about 20 minutes. After 10 minutes, you can give it a stir and then, bake it another 10 minutes or until it's the desired crispiness that you'd like it. You want it to be lightly golden, but not really super brown. And we don't want it to be too smooth. We want it to be kind of broken up a little bit. All right, ready for the oven.
Oven.
So of course, Mommy did the part of putting in the oven, and now Anya can set the timer. Go ahead, you wanna press, well, oops, now you're gonna press start. Oh, it looks like it kind of started already, but that's okay. All right, thanks, honey. So the granola is out of the oven. It's looking gorgeous. I actually intentionally let it sit and cool before I break it up because you can see that once you do start to break it up, it actually forms these nice kind of like thick chunks. And that's, I have to say, the brown rice syrup. The brown rice syrup makes it sort of stick together more so than if you used maple syrup. So that's one of the things I really like about the finished result when you use the brown rice syrup. And now we're going to be adding those currants, that half cup of the currants. Yep, you can go ahead and sprinkle those in, Anya. And of course, you can add more to your liking. You can add other, dried chopped apricots or goji berries.
Milk.
I know, you can have this with milk now or with your favorite yogurt. We've got some So Delicious blueberry yogurt alternative. So now we're going to gently break up the granola and incorporate the raisins into it. Yeah, you don't want to let it sit too long because then it will kind of solidify into like one big solid cookie almost. So it's a fine line. You can put dried apples in here. What else? Shredded coconut. You can put other nuts. If you're nut, if you or your kids have nut allergies, you can just leave the nuts out. Or you could do sunflower seeds. All right, you ready to taste this?
Yeah.
Me too. Oh, it smells so good. So, would you like yogurt or just milk?
The good?
A little yogurt?
Yeah.
All right, so let's dish up some yogurt here. The name of this yogurt is perfect because I was just thinking to myself, this is so delicious. Here's your granola that you helped to make yourself.
Yeah.
The kids are going to be so proud that they helped to make this. It's a little hot, probably the granola. And then you can just store the leftover granola in a glass jar. I like to put it in a big mason jar and it just keeps really well. You want to let it cool down completely before storing it, but it keeps really, I'd say like a week or two, something like that. How do you like it?
Yeah.
It's really good?
Yeah.
You want to put you can put some milk on it too? Let me give this a try. You want to put some milk?
Yeah.
Mmm. Wow, that's so good. We love this brand of milk, by the way. It's literally just almonds and water. It's so pure. It's just as if you make it homemade. The 3 trees. Is that good or what? Now, again, this is a very mild granola. You want me to have milk too?
Yeah.
It's very mild tasting. Like it's not like overly sweet. So again, if you want it sweeter, just remember that 1/4 cup of maple syrup and 1/4 cup of the brown rice syrup. Comment below if you end up making this and which version you like. If you end up doing all brown rice syrup, or if you do half and half with maple syrup, or if you try a different sweetener like agave nectar, I'd love to know in the comments. I'd love it if you'd subscribe for more weekly cooking videos. And you can also give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, appreciate your support, and happy granola making with the kids. Cheers.